They want to bankrupt everything. They want to destroy the average person. A, why do they want that? And B, what will the world look like, and what's the time frame if we don't reverse this?
Picture this analogy, Alex. Say, for example, in your neighborhood, your block, okay, you connive to steal everyone's net worth and rob all their money and take ownership of their houses indirectly. No one knew it was you. Okay, once you've stolen what they've had and you build up this massive empire, all neighbors become liabilities. You got to either run them into the ground where they can't attack you, or run, because you've stolen everything that they have. And on the corporate one world order, they've managed to lock in ownership, through this little bit by little bit each year, to where they own it all now by investment. And the public, to a certain extent, is a liability. Now, someone who qualifies, what they're doing is a very big liability. So I kind of watch my over my shoulder every once in a while. But it's not me saying it. I've never used the word conspiracy in my entire lifetime regarding this issue. Never. It is all black and white. They print their own reports, and you have to sit down and start doing a look and collective totals, and you see the takeover becomes evident very quickly.
We got to go to break. Come back and finish up on that, and then solutions. We'll have you back very soon, especially when the new DVD comes out. We'll give folks your website. But that is the bottom line. They've stolen the world. They say, hey, we worked to steal this. You're a bunch of idiots. You don't even care. We're going to kill your butt because the future doesn't need us. Human life isn't just cheap. It's seen as a negative. It's like garbage, taking out the garbage. Well, listen, I'm not garbage. You're not going to kill me and my family. I know what you're doing. I'm going to fight you. Walter Burien, stay there. Infowars.com.
Don't answer it.
If fear strikes your heart when the phone rings, knowing it may be another bill collector, it's time for you to call Zero Debt in 90 days. 800-477-9256. Settlements, bankruptcy, and attorneys are not the answer and may end up costing you up to 10 times more than necessary. Listen, if you're already in debt, does it make sense to get buried in another payment plan? Zero Debt in 90 days gets you out of debt in 90 days guaranteed, without a payment plan and without attorneys or going to court. Get the fastest relief from debt on the planet when you call 800-477-9256. If you have debt with the IRS, credit cards, student loans, or a foreclosure, we can help at Zero Debt in 90 days, and we are the only organization to provide written guarantees on the results. Go to ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. That's ZeroDebtGuaranteed.com. Or call now for free information. 800-477-9256. That's 800-477-9256.
They helped to create a new world order. We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Fact. 4 million people in the U.S. have hepatitis C due to liver damage. Fact. Cirrhosis of the liver is the 8th leading cause of death among Americans. Fact. Alcohol, many prescription drugs, food additives, pesticides, and environmental toxins damage the liver. Fact. 1 in 10 Americans is or has been affected by liver or gallbladder disease. Fact. Anything that keeps the liver from doing its job can put your life in danger. Protect your liver by visiting researchedherbs.com and learning more about the world's #1 selling all-natural liver support formula, Live 52. It is the only herbal liver supplement that is backed by over 190 published clinical trials and endorsed by 250,000 healthcare professionals in 76 countries worldwide. Don't wait to protect your liver. Visit us at researchedherbs.com or call 1-800-973-1486. That's 1-800-973-1486 or go to researchedherbs.com. All the goodness with none of the side effects.
Hey, here's an article. They handed it to me. Fox News, 80-year-old Chicago man kills armed home invader. And I said, where does it say they may arrest him? Because you're not allowed to have guns in Chicago. It's mob run. And it said that they are having to look at charges because there's currently has a statute outlawing the possession of handguns. So, I mean, you know, they have to arrest him. You're not allowed to defend yourself. Going back to Walter Burien. Walter, fire out your website for folks that want to check it out.
It's CAFR1.com, CAFR1.com. Just do a search for government wealth on Google. You'll get about 50 million hits. My website's #1, and a documentary I did back in 2000 called The Biggest Game in Town is #1 out of 58 million hits. But I mentioned an economist by the name of Carl Herman earlier out of California. He just, his most recent article, he put out noting that, the University of California, citing budgetary shortfalls, laid off teachers, had the teachers take a 10-15% cut in salary, didn't allow 2,300 students in because of budget shortfalls. He noted that from 1/5 of 1%, 1/5 of 1% of the investment capital that he looked at from just 3 local California governments would have paid the entire shortfall. 1/5 of 1%. Yeah, so the cognitive thinking is starting to click in the minds of the people from around the country. And as I mentioned, the earth will shake and the stars will fall when the general population gets a clue of the comprehension that they can phase out all taxation in their city, their county, their state, their school district by implementing the same investment vehicle that government used to take it all over by investment.
And just like we exposed the Federal Reserve, we can expose this thanks to you and others' work. But from the math you've done, just to, because I know it varies from county, city, state, federal, international with government. But statistically, what is it? 70% more money in investments that isn't on budget. And budgets are usually 30%. I mean, what's that ratio of money?
Well, you look at an annual financial report of a large entity, it breaks down to their #1 part of the gross income is investment income. #2 is tax income. #3 is enterprise income. But when you look at a budget report, it looks like 100% tax income. You can go over it with a fine-tooth comb, account for a nickel, dime, and penny. But it's like if you took most of the chapters out of the Bible and left the first 10 chapters in, told everyone to read it, and they say, oh, I've read the Bible. No, you've read the first 10 chapters. They took out the rest. The comprehensive annual financial report is the complete book. And I mentioned to people, always look at prior issues, because when I came out with national disclosure, they're there, oops, we got a problem here. GASB started kicking out transmittal letters, modifying the CAFR reporting from gross, shown in the collective columns, to net, shown in the collective columns. So it's a big difference between gross and net. So, it's important to get older CAFRs, look at them, and then look at a newer one to see the differences.
And the government's greedy. They've got plenty of money, massive investments, but they're raising taxes everywhere, or threatening to steal people's pension funds, holding them financially hostage.
True, okay? Say you're a cattle rancher, Alex. Say everyone listening is a cattle rancher. We have a bunch of cattle out in our field. We take care of them. We protect them. We feed them. We give them hay. Every once in a while we have a nice barbecue and feed all of our friends for one. But the bottom line is we're taking care of them because they're a wealth generation source for us. We sell our cattle to get butchered and turned into hamburgers. Okay? Now, if a lion came walking around, our territory, we wouldn't mind, even though that lion may not even be attacking our cattle, we're going to shoot it because it may attack our cattle. Alex, you're a lion. They've been trying to kick you.
All right, we're out of time. That's the end of the show, Walter. Let me say bye to you here at the end. Retransmission starts now with Congressman Ron Paul right now. We'll be right back. Infowars.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
They helped to create a new world order. We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world